Welcome to the Straight Up Podcast, people.
Where nothing but reality is being talked about.
One time. So this is the long-awaited Straight Up Podcast, people, and we've really been planning for this moment, working towards this moment. How do you feel that we're finally here?
It's always good to see dreams unfold, huh?
Yeah.
Be part of the reality of the dream.
Of course. That's why dreaming is very important, guys. And don't let your dreams end on dreaming.
No.
We just made a dream a reality right now. There's a lot of work that was put in the background trying to come up with this thing and just being here.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should be excited or scared. I don't know. I don't know which one to feel. But
It is a launch into the deep kind of an arrangement.
that's what's up.
You don't know how deep the deep is.
How deep the deep is. You see, guys, this is the exciting part about this because let me tell you what. That's why I brought this man on set. This is one of my longtime friends, you guys, and we've really had provocative conversations like since way back. And I trust his wisdom. I trust his intellect, I trust his intelligence, I trust, most importantly, the God that he pursues, because it's evident. If you don't know where this guy has come from, you want to have him in your living room at some point and just chat with you.
Wait a minute, you talking about me?
Of course,
wow.
bruh, of course. That's introduction for you. That's me introducing you, bruh. That's me introducing you. So
this is me looking around like, is there someone else on set?
no, bruh.
Being talked about.
These are your flowers, man.
Hey.
These are your flowers right
You
here.
can receive them, bro. I receive them.
We give flowers so early on the podcast here. We give flowers so early. We ain't going to wait for flowers to be given you after 55 years when you're down 6 feet. No, we're giving you every day flowers. So this is Uncle T. We call him Uncle T, Mr. Wise.
You understand.
Yeah.
Fresh in the flesh.
Well, that's what's up. Just a brief, yo, guys. Why we decided on this podcast. We believe a lot of conversations are had restrictively on the pulpit, that they don't delve so much into what I would call
The meats.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost as though when somebody's standing on the pulpit, it's so scripted. And I visited a couple of churches, and some would have their PowerPoint presentations, and it so feels like you're in a lecture room or something. But the purpose of this podcast is really to take you away from the lecture room and really bring you closer to your Christian friends, right? Yeah, your Christian friends who are struggling with the same kind of issues that you are struggling with, other than you having somebody tell you, don't do this. This is the way it's supposed to be done. No, God doesn't like this. So,
I think we are slowly migrating from a Christian setup where it was all holiness, all spirituality. But I think from the experience of our friendship, it's been real life talk.
Of course.
Where you mess up, you come out, hey bro, I messed up.
Of course.
How do I get back on my feet?
Of course.
Yeah, so I think the holy kind of Christian walk where people pretend to everything is good and they like ignoring what is really eating them up. I think that kind of Christian life is all gone now. We need to address issues as and when they come.
And here we don't pretend.
We don't pretend.
That's why it's called
Straight Up Talk
Podcast, truth, original, and knowledge.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's all about truth and being original. Original in a sense that you have to be so vulnerable in being aware of who you are. That I'm a human being who's got limitations.
Of course.
Every time I talk to people, I'm talking to youths and whatnot, I shouldn't come out as I'm the most perfect person.
Life is all sorted out.
It's all sorted out. And that is the problem with, I feel, with this now generation, and especially the path that certain spiritual communicators, if I would say, I don't like to use the word preachers, I love to say spiritual communicators have taken, where they are like on the pedestal of perfection, and whenever they...
You find them stumble and your whole belief system is crushed.
Yeah, it's because maybe that's what they've made us to look at them like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here we are talking about life as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we are not in a church setup every day.
No.
You know, we've got work, we've got school.
The temptations.
We've got family. Someone will just come up and say, hey, you know, they'll curse.
Yeah.
Are you going to say, hey, the blood of Jesus?
No.
Of course not.
No.
You need to find an amicable way of bringing them to where you are and telling them that this line you can't cross, bro.
Yeah.
I'm okay with your language, but not in my life.
Not in my life.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Come on, let me even hug you. Come on, let me insult me. Yeah. So that's just a brief of what this is about, and I hope you get to make reference to this episode every now and then so that you don't get lost into what this podcast is about, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So today's podcast, man.
Oh, by the way, before we even go deep into it, maybe it is just important that we wish our women an International Women's Day.
That's why you're called Mr. Wise, bro. That's why you're called Mr. Wise. Why, I couldn't have thought about that. Forgive me, your women. It's not that I don't love you.
No. It's because you're not married, bro. That was just on a lighter note.
Look at this nigga selling me out, man. Oh, yeah. Anyway, you go wish the women.
Yeah, to my wife and many other women that have seen me grow, helped me to be the man that I am today, people that have spoken positive, even you that have spoken negative. I mean, those ways have helped us grow, they've shaped us, and I just want to wish you a happy International Women's Day. We love you, we celebrate you. Life is unbearable without you people, so we salute you.
Peace up. Okay. Yeah. Happy International Women's Day. We love you, women, mothers. My mom up in Chidilawombo. Peace out to you. My sisters. Yeah. Peace out to you, and obviously to the many other women in my life. And there are so many women.
You should
Damn.
be specific. Obviously to my girlfriend.
Yo, nigga, relax it a little bit.
Relax
it a little bit. You don't want to spoil the market for the brother.
I'm trying to find out if she's there.
You don't want to spoil the market for the brother, man.
Okay.
You know I got church girls lying me,
To
man.
that woman that
And
everyone
that am
loves, happy International Women's Day.
Director, can you please cut? Can we cut this part and get into more spiritual stuff? Why is this guy being so personal?
Because I'm being straight up.
No. Edit this thing.
I'm being straight up.
Edit this thing. Okay, that's what's up. Okay. Maybe we take a break. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think I need water.
Yeah.
I need to take a break.
As our first episode 1 on the Straight Up podcast.
The basics.
Yeah, the basics. Worth. I'm sure you can see the title just right down there at the bottom of your screen. Worth. Just that word. What comes to your mind?
Worth.
Yeah. When you hear that word.
I think what straight up comes to my mind when I hear something or the word worth is value.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that is where my mind just goes to.
Exactly.
Like, how much is this worth?
Yeah.
Like, what's the value in it?
Yeah, and even in relation to this this topic or this subject, I've known you for a very long time, and in those times that we've been friends, there's one thing that really stands out in you. You don't take disrespect easily.
Because I shouldn't.
And that borders down on...
Who I am.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so...
Because it's been like for ages. I know we would be in certain situations where you tell me about somebody that disrespected you, and instantly you would stand up and say, "No, you can't talk to me like that, bruh. You can't do that, bruh." Because, and you would rightly like tell them off.
Yeah, because even God Himself invites us to the table. It does just show up and, disrespects us. So with me, I think I value myself so much,
Yeah.
and it matters less how you look at me. Yeah, because you are not me.
Yeah.
You understand? So I have taught myself how I carry myself is how I want to be addressed.
Yeah.
So if you're going to address me anything less than I perceive myself to be, I think you're going to step on my toes like that. And I don't have
True,
the patience to wait until tomorrow. We have to address the issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to address the issue.
Where do you, how do you get to that place? How do you get to that place where you just say, okay, you start seeing yourself as worthwhile or worthy? Is it the word worthy?
Worthy.
Yeah. If that's the correct terminology to use.
Okay, so growing up as a youth or as a young man or
Yeah.
just as a boy, should I say, you know, we've been raised by Zambian parents. I think you know what I mean.
Mulenga. Here
So mom used to call me Kayambia.
Yeah.
Kayambe.
Yeah.
You know, you would answer ma. Then what will follow is maybe a curse word. So I've grown up with that. You know,
A curse word.
of course. So it
Like the
reached-
literal curse word.
anything that does not call you by what you are is a
Oh
curse
yeah.
word.
Oh yeah.
I mean, why
As a
should
little
I-
boy, as a little boy.
why should I call you a dog? You get it.
Your women gotta stop this thing. All men are dogs.
Yeah. So you know, you'll be like, "Kayambe, ma, no chimbwe," you know, such
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
So growing up, I was put at a place where I didn't know who I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you find that you look at certain things and you easily relate. So this is who I am. This is
Yeah.
what I'm like.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, as I was growing, I encountered a man. I think every human being should have an encounter with a man.
With a man.
With a man.
Yeah.
So this man looked at me and he got interested in my well-being. Yeah. So he told me something. He said, you know, young man, if you ever mess up in life, none of your relatives will be as disappointed as
I think I know that man.
Exactly. Yeah. So that really gave me.
Let's just get word out there, man. That's Pastor Luvita.
Luvita. You know who it is.
Of course.
Yeah. We need to give credit where credit is
Of
due.
course.
Yeah. So from that
Truth.
conversation, I think it really gave me something to think about. I said, if I don't regard myself the way this man regards me,
Yeah.
and he's been honest enough to, you know, bring it to my attention, then there's really something about me that I really need to come to reality with.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So from that day onwards, I think I resolved. I told myself, Teddy, you are not an ordinary man.
Yeah.
You are extraordinary.
Yeah.
So from that day, I think it has been a journey of building myself up.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, of course, with the help of people, you know,
Yeah.
you just can't grow in isolation. So
Yeah.
it has been a journey of realizing who I am and living up to that realization.
It all boils down on this identity crisis that everybody goes through, especially most of us youths and everybody else, I think. Identity crisis. If you don't know your worth, who you are, it's difficult for you to identify correctly. It's difficult for you to address yourself
Yeah.
correctly because you don't know who you are. I remember growing up, I really struggled with this identity crisis and self-worth thing, like really looking at yourself. Am I really good enough? Am I really am I really worth
You
it?
know, with you, I think every day that I meet up with you, every day that we talk, you've been an improved version of yourself.
It comes from my fear of, I don't want to be caught up in a place where I'm being addressed by what other people think I am.
Exactly.
I've been privileged that God enabled me to exposed me to this truth a long time, because I remember when I started out as a Christian, we're back. I ain't gonna mention the year. In the UCZ, when I just got born again, I refused to join certain groups in church because I just didn't feel like I would identify correctly with what was happening.
You were not fitting in.
No, I wasn't. Because in me, I would always...
No. Before you go there, did someone tell you you can't fit here, or it was your self-perception?
I think it was more of... I think both, if I'm going to be correct, because there's that natural instinct in you, in every human being, I should believe, that just tells you, I don't belong here. I can't do this. You don't really need to be told that you don't belong here. There's an instinctive part of you that tells you, you can't do this, bruh. You can't do this. You are bigger than this.
Yeah.
You are bigger than this. And that's where self-worth comes from. Now, you've got to understand, self-worth is different from self-confidence.
Yeah, it is different.
It's different from self-confidence. Confidence is for the moment.
Yeah.
It's for the moment.
It's in an instant.
Yeah. Like, I need confidence to go.
It calls for the now moment.
Exactly. Confidence is like, I need confidence to come and speak up on the Straight Up podcast.
Of course.
I need confidence to go and attend an interview.
Yep.
That's not self-worth.
No.
Worth is at a different dimension.
Something you do every day.
Yeah. Worth is, for me, I regard it as the core me, the real core of me. I'll give an example. It's like when you're in the jungle. Sorry, bro, I'm gonna talk too much.
No.
Like when a lion is in the
hearing
jungle.
you, I'm
Yeah.
hearing you.
When a lion is in the jungle, bro. When a lion doesn't make a kill, the antelope or the gazelles or whatever other animals, let's say we're in an animal world, jungle world, and they're out there laughing at the lion, and look at him, he didn't make a kill. He ain't the king of the jungle.
failed.
He ain't the king of the jungle, this nigga. How can he fail to make a kill? Really? A lion, as big as he is, he fails to make a kill? He ain't the king of the jungle, because the king of the jungle is supposed to make a kill.
Supposed to make a
But
kill.
it's not every time that the king of the jungle makes a kill, or the queen of the jungle makes a kill.
Not every
But
day is your day.
yeah, but does that take away
The pride of a lion.
that it's the king of the jungle?
No, it
because he
doesn't.
didn't make a kill.
It doesn't.
So that's how I understand self-worth. Like, I'm Ephraim. Whether I get that job or not, I'm still Ephraim of value.
Exactly.
I'm still Ephraim of worth.
Yeah.
Whether I walk to work, whether I'm trekking, I don't have a car, I don't have the iPhone, no disrespect to those who have, I want an iPhone already. It still doesn't make you lesser of a person.
Yeah. Because obviously your focus is on the bigger picture.
Of course.
Yeah. You're not living for the now moment.
Yeah.
Okay. You are perfecting today for tomorrow's sake.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, and knowing self-worth, like I asked you, because of the way you interact with people, it just allows you to allow other people look at you in your eyes.
Yeah.
Knowing your worth makes other people look at you through your own eyes. But if you don't know your worth, you're going to see yourself through other people's eyes.
You'll be trodden down upon.
Yeah,
Even when you're supposed to get certain things, you will not get them by virtue of you being you.
yeah,
You know, there are certain things that should just naturally come to
yeah,
you. But if your self-worth is not in alignment with
yeah.
your current living, I
Yeah.
think certain things will just go by
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And talking about this, it's not like it comes easy. Like, it's a continuous process of trying to be aware of who you are every day, because we all encounter situations that always want to make you less of yourself. Yeah. At your workplace, at friends that want to belittle you. And so it's a continuous working progress to really uncover your worth in life.
Yeah, I think you saying that, I think it has just reminded me of a recent happening. Huh?
Yeah.
So, in a work setup,
Yeah.
I think there's something that I failed to do,
Yeah.
you know, and this man just said, you are down.
What?
You understand?
Calling Mr. Wise down.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. So I straight up reacted and I said, I am not thou, and this should be the last time that you are calling me that. Not having the knowledge to do something does not make me thou.
Exactly.
And if you are wise, you should know how to teach me how to do
Exactly. Exactly.
it. And it didn't end there. I told him, next time I hear that from you, we will not be at peace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about, that your identity and worth is not wrapped in intelligence. Intelligence
No,
is not worth.
No, it's not. Absolutely.
It doesn't mean because your salary is up there, then that's in the natural sense, that's what people would call you're worth that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the worth we're talking about is the human worth, the worth, the value God places on you. And it's got nothing to do with possession, it's got nothing to do with acquisition, it's got nothing to do with your academic excellence. It's the value that this king sees about you.
Yeah.
Like this nigga upstairs like looks at you and says, I'm gonna die for this nigga. I'm gonna put my blood on the line.
Are you being Eddie Griffin right now?
A little bit. Sorry, God. Yeah. And that's the value we're trying to communicate. That when you begin to see yourself through the eyes of the Creator, the eyes of God, life just adds more meaning.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It adds more meaning.
And I think most of the times we wait for people to tell us who we are. But in the actual sense, it should be us to tell people who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I will look at you. Maybe that particular day you are not looking as presentable as you're supposed to be.
I've had so many of those
And
moments.
supposedly that is my first encounter in life with you.
Yeah.
So I'll look at your appearance and, address you as you're appearing.
Yeah.
But it will take you to tell me who you are for me to address you correctly.
Of course.
Yeah, so a lot of times we've found ourselves in situations that we are not supposed to find ourselves because we haven't been able to stand up for ourselves to say, this can't be me.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are going to talk about ABCD, that shouldn't be me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think we need to reach a level where we put our foot down. It is not disrespect.
Yeah.
It is self-worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are not me, so you cannot put value on. I only can put value on me. I and God, of course.
Of course. Let me go on a break and let this marinate in my heart. It came so coolly, so softly.
Needs to sink
I'll
in.
let it marinate.
It needs to sink in.
All right. Oh wow. That was sweet, bruh.
Punchline.
That was sweet. That's a punchline. Those are bars, man. Those are heavy bars. Wow. I'm gonna let you just take it. I'm just gonna sit back and listen.
We say the living God.
Of course. I'm gonna sit back and just listen.
So now, in case there's an individual out there,
Yeah.
life is so demanding at times and there's pressure here and there. So there can be an individual out there asking, how do I navigate through life and deal with this
Yeah.
society pressure and still remain true to what I believe in. What can be your advice?
My advice is my advice is you've got a lot of work to do. That's my advice. You've got to. Okay, on a serious note, you gotta keep running. You gotta keep running.
Eyes on the ball.
Eyes on the ball. The world is not waiting for nobody. The world is not waiting for you to be like, oh no, let me wipe my tears, let me cry, let me what. The world ain't got no time for that. You gotta heal fast. You gotta be strong quickly. You've gotta hurt quickly. Embrace the pain, and move on.
Yeah, yeah.
Your worth. Always tell yourself. I think every morning I always tell myself, I'm a child of God. Number one, I am. I am. Whether the devil has planned something evil, whether the day is going to be good, the number one thing that I do know I am is I'm a child of God. And there's a lot of value to that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of value to that. Just that word makes you respond to life in a better way, makes you walk in life cautiously, and yeah, I think that's what I would say to that person that is gonna succumb the pressures of society of you're dumb, you're not good enough, you're fat, you are slim, you're too dark, you're too this, you're too that. Just find a piece in you that grows up away from that. Just find a way to grow up from that. Yeah. So it's not gonna be easy, bruh. It's not gonna be easy.
It's never been.
Yeah.
It's never been. It's a struggle.
Yeah. Others work in toxic workplaces, like you just said. Somebody told you you're down. You've got to be bigger than what people say to you.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got to be bigger than what people say to you at some point.
Yeah, I think coming back to work, I think I've had a conversation with someone in a higher position.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, he was addressing me, no, ABCD, ABCD, then he cursed.
Oh my.
You understand? Then he realized that he was talking to me and he said, I am sorry, Teddy. I do curse, but I don't mean it offensive to you.
Yeah.
I know he curses.
Yeah.
It wasn't a surprise to me. But what stood out for me is that he apologized knowing who he was addressing.
Yeah.
You get the point.
Because of the
Because
words.
of how I carry myself.
Yeah.
I don't curse.
Yeah.
He was cursing in my presence.
Yeah.
So he realized and he apologized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you allowed him to see you, or you allowed him to see you through your eyes,
Exactly.
not the other way around, and that brought about respect.
Regardless of your position, respect is respect.
Yeah.
You need to give a human being respect. And
Yeah.
that is what he demonstrated at that particular moment.
Of course.
And for me it was a plus.
Yeah, bruh, this has been a great conversation, and it's unfortunate we gotta wrap it up here. We gotta wrap it up here. I don't know what you have to say, because much has been said that I'm still thinking about and processing in the background. What?
Maybe in my closing remarks I would say, don't look down on yourself because you are bigger than you are. The cause to which you live is bigger than your current state.
Yeah.
So you limit yourself now, then you will not have the strength tomorrow to live up to what you're supposed to live to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you are bigger than the pressure that is coming your way. You are bigger than what society is demanding from you. You are bigger than what you think of yourself to be. So go ahead and win. You are much worth in God's eyes than
Very true.
you would ever think about.
Exactly. Yeah, very true. Yeah, so that's That's about it on the Straight Up podcast. Yeah. So we're about truth, originality, and knowledge. I can only hope that you've taken one or two things off this conversation, and we can only pray that it's sparkled a different kind of, or a shift in your perspective of how you look at yourself, because the goal is to bring you to a point where you look at yourself as God sees you. You look at yourself through God's eyes. That's the goal of this conversation, bruh. And I hope that we've tried and propel you towards that kind of thinking. So until we meet again, until we meet again next week, we're coming on your doorstep and we're having something really good, interesting. So watch out for the Straight Up podcast. Yeah. So
It's been the Straight Up podcast.
It's been the Straight Up podcast right here. So signing out, people. Have a blessed day. Have a productive day. See yourself beautiful. See yourself handsome. See yourself worthwhile.
Otherwise, ulichi muntu sana.
Kale bwangu muzindangwa. That's how we do it, bro. Peace.